Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy ColtsTalk. We're back with another video today, and we're gonna go over the post-game reaction to the Bears vs Colts Week 2 in the preseason. Beautiful game. The Colts did wind up winning, which was almost looked like we almost didn't pull it off, but Sam Goat Ehlinger did what he does best in the preseason. He showed up. He showed out. Credit to the Colts for standing in and fighting in the defense, man. The defense had a really good outing in the second half. We're just gonna start from the beginning, talking about the Colts. But before I get into it, like, comment, subscribe. Started from the beginning. Gardner Minshew led the opening drive. Anthony Richardson did not play. A lot of Colts fans was upset about that. But it is what it is. It is the preseason. A lot of Colts fans do think he should have played to get some snaps and some experience under him moving forward to get ready for the regular season. Wanted, like I mentioned, like I said, I would have been fine with either decision. It didn't bother me. Of course, it would have been fun and exciting, but it is a preseason, so you don't want to risk anything, especially with your starting quarterback, especially after the years you just went through with this quarterback carousel. You want to be on the safe side. So I respect the decision of not playing him. It is what it is at the end of the day. So moving forward, Gardner Minshew did open the drive up with a nice touchdown. Beautiful drive from Gardner Minshew. He did have a pass that almost was picked off, but he wasn't set. He was just trying things out from what I've seen, from my personal opinion. But when Gardner Minshew was on, he was on. He was hot, threw nice passes. It was nice, quick, rapid offense, moving down the field with ease. And then he threw a beauty in the back of the end zone between the defenders of the Chicago Bears that led to touchdown for the Colts to get them the first points on the board. Other than that, Gardner Minshew did get out. He did sit down after that. His night was over, but it was a nice drive, nice starting it off for the Colts. Colts defense did start off a little rusty. Tyson Badgett for the Bears was driving up and down the field with ease. Rashad Johnson was tearing the Colts defense apart on the run. They could not get a break on the run to save their life. They couldn't stop anything. But the Colts tried their best. They drove down the field. Tyson Badgett ran it in for a QB run. Sam Ehlinger came in after that. Sam Ehlinger had a few spots. He tried be a little gutsy at the beginning, did fumble, but the Colts recovered. But the way that Sam Ehlinger recovered from that, how he bounced back from that turnover, that almost turnover, was pretty decent. He had a few solid drives, nice RPOs, quick screens, getting the ball to the receivers, quick passes. The offense just looked smoother than what you're used to expecting. But he did see a lot of pressures, but this was with the third offensive line. It wasn't the starters that Gardner Minshew had, but the backups for the offensive line was a little shaky to begin with. But Sam Ehlinger being mobile, creating it out of nothing. He had a lot of runs. Like, he averaged like 7 yards per carry running the football. So it was a pretty good sight to see. Evan Hall did what he had to do. He got a lot of good carries. Jake Funk, he's a red zone target. He got in the end zone towards the end to get us the lead. But the defense is the bright spot for the Colts. Special teams was a really good, really solid. Darius Rush got banged up towards the end. He got cooked by Darius Fountain, former Colts wide receiver, on one of the routes. But other than that, Jalen Jones was a good standout, man. A very solid standout today. He had a really good training camp, really good offseason, pretty good preseason as well. I think he solidified his spot on the roster. Grant Stewart, my personal Troy Polamalu for the Colts, long hair, don't care. Pretty solid, another pretty solid preseason game for him. He's had a really good preseason for himself for the Colts. He had a pretty good training camp as well. Really good, solid piece for the Colts, man. Titus Leo had a few good plays as well. It was good to see him out there making some run stops and bringing in the pressure. Adatome Adeware had a good game as well for the Colts. Like I said, the defense in general, Nick Cross was dogging out there on the field. He was flying all over the place, man. Nick Cross is definitely a good standout from what you would like to see from him after being redshirted. Last year, he's out there making noise, transfer from safety to safety, just being a wreck of havoc. It's just a beautiful sight to see from this defense. Julius Brents was manhandling on wide receivers. The one good play blew it up, just straight blew it up, man. It was a good sight to see from our young guys out there making some presence. Out there forcing fumbles. The defense was just amazing. It was amazing, man. And the defense has been doing this in the joint practices as well. A lot of people had their split feelings about the joint practices with the Bears, but I think the defense, as I mentioned, the defense has been good for joint practices from both sides. But I think the Colts has definitely made some presence out there. It was a good sight to see. But the edge rush, Hurricane Dio had, he had some pressures, but just couldn't finish with the sack. But he was getting there towards, Nathan Peterman and Tyson. He was getting there, just couldn't finish. But other than that, we got some sacks out there too. A few DB blitzes was seen out there against the Bears. It was a pretty good game all around. It was a little slow at the beginning because of all the penalties. The referees that they had on duty was just terrible officiating, in my opinion. They just wouldn't let the Colts play. They wouldn't let the Bears play either. Poor officiating, in my opinion. There was a officiating call when it was on a punt return that they called back, and they made them punt the ball again. It was just too much. It was too much, in my opinion. One of the players from the Bears got kicked out. I think it was the edge rush. I think his name was like Jared Harris or something like that. He got kicked out of the game. But other than that, like I said, at the beginning, it looked a little shaky for the Colts defensively, but they turned it up a notch. They got some pressures out there. They was looking a little rusty on third down, but the Colts defense was definitely the solid. The special teams for sure as well. I would say special teams did pretty good as well. We went 100% on kicks, which was a good sight to see as well. Going 100% on kicks was definitely something we was looking forward to. We was doing the over or under how many kicks the Colts special teams was going to miss today, but they made all their kicks, so it was a good thing. Other than that, Ehlinger, like I said, he led a game-winning drive. Beautiful plays from the new acquisitions. James Washington had some very nice plays. James Washington, DJ Montgomery had some nice catches out there, and Ronnie Harrison was the guy that came up with the fumble. So the new acquisitions for the Colts that I was not expecting to go out there and play as long as they did. They were some impact players, man. Amari Rogers as well. I don't want to forget him. Amari Rogers made a lot of good plays today. So it was a good sight to see. Isaiah McKenzie, I wasn't expecting Isaiah McKenzie to go out there and play today, but he played for as long as he did. He had a nice little jet sweep that took it a few yards up. But yeah, Isaiah McKenzie had a good plays. The tight end group made some big plays. All of our targets. Josh Downs had a very good first half. He had a really good first half. He doesn't drop the ball. We know that. Josh Downs continued to prove while Reggie Wayne thought he was the best wide receiver in the draft. He was available out there making big plays, man. But the offense was solid in the first half, and the defense was turning up. They turned it up in the second half, and the offense delivered the game-winning drive, and they did what they had to do. Sam Ehlinger led the team, and he was the leader, as he usually is in the preseason. So you guys let me know your thoughts about the preseason game. Who would you like to have seen? Would you want Anthony Richardson to play next week? Let me know all your thoughts about the game in the comment section. And the coaching, let me know your thoughts about the coaching as well. Let me know all these things in the comment section. We'll be back. More videos for you guys. Tune in, stay tuned, turning your notice, subscribe if you haven't. This is Marcus, and until next time, you've been Culture Shock.